Uh, Hello everyone, and welcome to round 5 of 12 of the Stock Car Role-Playing Game League. This is a fun little thing I run using the game NASCAR Racing 2003 season, where myself and 24 other friends are handed Google spreadsheets, and each of them have a points budget that they can spend on upgrading various aspects of their cars, from their engine horsepower to how aerodynamic the car is, how well the car handles, their pit strategy, aggression, all those little things. And we then see whose car is the best. We've done Daytona, we've done Bristol, we've done Darlington, and last week we had the most entrants in the league so far, with 21 at Martinsville, which was incredibly cramped. But now we're up to 25 friends, including myself, in this event here at Talladega. This is the second of two pure Superspeedway events. We'll be going to Pocono later in the season, but yeah, the two most important stats that we've seen in the Wednesday tests that are going to be important is the aerodynamic stat and your engine stat. Having high of both of those is crucial, because at Talladega, this is a gas pedal to the floor 24/7 course. The only time you need to use that brake pedal is when you're decelerating into the pit lane. So chassis doesn't really matter too much. So that's why, with the current rules package we're using, I have to give the edge to both the Dodges and the Fords. So the Dodges, they have the highest base engine stat of any of the manufacturers, and the Fords are the most aerodynamic. So we're probably going to see those two do very well here. The Chevrolets are going to struggle quite a bit. They have the highest base chassis stat, but as a consequence, their aerodynamics and their engine stats are the lowest of any of the manufacturers. Not by much, but it might hold them back here. And let's take a look at our current point standings right now. Here are the top 10 in points. Health Insurance and Sideswipe are 2 points apart from one another. They're having amazing seasons, and Sideswipe in particular has an insane average finish of 4.2. And if it wasn't for Helton getting the pole position at the Daytona race, Sideswipe would be leading in the championship points right now. You get 2 points for every position you finish in front of, for every other participant you finish in front of. You get 5 points if you lead a lap at any point. You get an additional 5 points if you've led the most laps of anybody, and you get a bonus 5 points if you win the pole. So what's happening right now in the background is that all the AIs are currently running their qualifying laps. This race will start in about a minute and a half or so. I think it's actually started now. So let's go on over to the pit lane, if my game will allow me. Is this even live? And here we go. We had a change up from our initial practice earlier. So you're qualifying. Marshall takes the pole position with a 29.2, and on the outside of him, still starting in second, is Star Fox 230 in the 23 JD Barnes car. Behind them is Pin on the inside of Knight Rider Ace in third and fourth. Behind them, Support Gay Bees and KO in 5th and 6th. Firestar Rocks and Monty in 7th and 8th. Surge and Grample in 9th and 10th. Poketer and Beefy, 11th and 12th. Pro Hybrid and Logie Kara are holding hands in 13th and 14th as we're given the command to start engines. Health Insurance, our points leader, is starting the race in 15th with Elite on his outside in 16th. Alex Ridian in 17th. TG on his outside. Auxilla and Drew together in 19th and 20th. Sideswipe, second place in the points, starts 21st, with Nippo on the outside of him in 22nd. Aquatic in 23rd. Lots of Rice in 24th. And again in the shotgun position is Quill. So yeah, now that we're running the race for real, this is a 130-mile race, 50 laps. And Talladega is just over 2.5 miles each lap. And if I forgot to set the settings to 4 times tire wear and gas usage, I don't care. This is the race we're running. You can't stop me.
You got the laps correct.
I did. Thank you very much for noticing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
Ticker.
that won't kick in until after the first lap, but I didn't forget.
Okay.
Thank you. I did. Ticker when.
Sure.
So yeah, we have a Ford and a Dodge on the front row, so I feel validated with my assessment. And we have Knight Rider Ace in 4th, but we have a couple of Pontiacs and Chevrolets up there too. We have Support Gay Bees and Pin representing Pontiacs in 3rd and 5th, with a KO in 6th. Firestar Rock's also doing pretty well, but behind them it's just Fords. So as well, a couple of people are excited about their alternate liveries they're using for this race. We have Helton using a different flavor of nerds with the green and red box as opposed to the purple one. The purple and I've been hitting my head and I can't remember the other flavor it was, but yeah, pace car going off. 25 people have joined the race. Lots of Rice, Oxzilla, and Quill are now joining the league, bringing us up from 21 last race to 25 this race. And the starter is about to start. Good, that's what his job is. And green, and immediately to the outside goes Kevin. Wasting no time trying to get on the outside. Holy cow.
I want this line.
And you can't take it from me.
I don't think anybody wants it.
Immediately, we're all gaggled about here. Marshall in the lead, but he's all the way up the racetrack. Bees might take first from him. No, that insane block. Holy moly, as we're 4 wide here. Knight Rider Ace high. Oh, Lord. Look at them come in. 4 wide is not going to work. The track will narrow out into the tri-oval. I smell disaster. I smell disaster. Okay, they get out of 4 wide. Thank goodness. As Monty goes low, Marshall leads the first lap. Bees on the inside. Bees in 3rd place in the points. And already, again, we're seeing Quill fall behind. With Rice, Aquatic, and Drew all also in danger of losing this draft. And Support Gay Bees has taken the lead here, and we're going to see these lead changes mean a lot. So as I said before, it's 5 bonus points just for leading a lap. So all this shuffling around trying to make sure you've led at least 1 lap, as I believe that's Helton going really high. Marshall has fallen all the way back there. Holy moly. And Pin scrapes the outside wall. I'm going to go further back here so we can see the whole field. Excuse me while I forgot to disable Flux on my laptop. Oh my goodness, look at how wide Surge and Star Fox 230 has fallen quite a considerable bit. Bees is still leading. And Quill does not look too good.
Still no ticker, by the way.
Oh, thank you. There we go. Should have said that much earlier.
Well, I figured it might take a couple laps to actually, like, get going, but...
When they cross the line the first time, it should be good. As Alex Ridian going really wide there, and we're almost 4 wide into the tri-oval. And Marshall, who got the pole position, is currently at the back of this lead group. And Aquatic is also now in danger of losing the draft. I think Lots of Rice has lost the draft, which is curious to see a Dodge not do too well here. Firestar Rock's going way high up the track here. Yeah, Aquatic struggling. So I'm going to rewind back in time here while we keep an eye on the first group of cars here. The 77 of Rice has to have gotten into some kind of trouble to fallen this far back this early. And it doesn't look like it. It looks like Rice is just having an underperforming car. He's currently trapped in the back here as Kevin is going into the pits along with Drew. Drew going onto the grass. What is happening? He's coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god.
Wonder if he'll get black flag for that.
Oh, I don't know actually. So we'll go picture in picture here as we have our first lap cars. As we have our first pitting cars, sorry. This is the lead group, Knight Rider Ace out in front, 3 wide out of turn 2. And we have a second group of cars who have fallen back. TG is leading Beefy and a couple of others, and they're slowly losing the lead draft. Your second place qualifying car, Star Fox 230, is coming out, and Drew is going to beat him off of pit lane. Drew with the good pit crew, keeping him in the game. And here we go. It is feeding time at the zoo.
God.
Here comes everybody, and TG sideways.
Oh my god!
TG got sideways.
What happened?
Everybody.
This is going to be huge. Let me get to the front here. Knight Rider Ace having the frontmost pit stall here until Pinpin comes along. And here we go. Knight Rider Ace first off pit road. An amazing stop. Health insurance right behind him.
Let's go.
Surge in the number 8 car. Nippo ahead of him. So Nippo just jumped up to 3rd because of that pit stop. Sideswipe and then Poketer and then Alex Ridian. Beefy, TG. And speaking of TG, let's take a look at what just happened on that pit in. So this is a replay of what happened earlier. TG was in that second group lead back, and he goes in way too hot and just crashes into the back quarter panel of Pro Hybrid and spins himself out.
Oh my god.
You hate to see it.
Speak for yourself.
Hey now.
I'm just saying, it's always fun to see somebody crash.
Bees is on pit lane right now. 3rd place in the points. I'll keep an eye on her for everyone watching at home. As Grample beats her off of pit road barely. Alright, so we're all strung out here. It's currently showing me the 76 of Logi Kara is in first place, but I think that's going to update once all of these pit cycles are done. Yeah, here's Logi right now, just exiting the pits. And she's behind Drew and Helton. Or he's behind Drew and Helton, sorry. So Logi definitely in this race doing a much later pit strategy. So here's Knight Rider Ace all the way out in front. He must have had a hell of a pit stop, and he is going to try and make the most of it that he can. Look at that gap between him, Nippo, and Helton. Nippo going on the inside of Helton for second place. Let's take a look at that battle here. This is the battle for second place. Looking on out, and yeah, it looks like everybody is pretty strung out. Let's go side by side here. The battle for second place happening on the right side of the screen. Here's TG, who spun out, going way too hot into pit lane. He's still doing fine in the draft right now. However, Grample, and I believe that's Auxilla, going on the inside of him in that draft. And we're 3 wide here. I believe Star Fox 230 was able to pass. There we go, I was on the wrong screen. It's currently showing the 51 of Knight Rider Ace is still in first place by quite a wide margin.
That's what I like to see.
So here's the split screen. Here's Knight Rider Ace, your leader in the left. Bruce, Star Fox 230 on the right. Look at that gap there.
Yeah, but from what it looks like on what I'm seeing right here, it looks like he's going about 5 miles an hour slower than Starbucks.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's not in the draft, so they will catch up to him eventually, as Surge is getting into second place here. As Helton leads his band of merry men on the inside, Surge joins to cap off the line. Sideswipe and Health Insurance, who are locked in a 2-point difference championship race right now, drafting each other on the inside. Logi Kara on the end there, Nippo looking on. Logi in that 76 Pokemon Showdown car won the Martinsville race last week. So he's looking to get back into this, a late joiner to the league. If she's able to pull off another win with some good pit strategy and a good car here, she might be in contention for the championship. Let's look at the gap right now. It is big, but it is shortening as Surge and Co. is chasing down the 51 of Knight Rider Ace. Looking elsewhere, here is 10th place on back. Grample is leading a gaggle of cars. Poketer, Beefy, Ox, Alex Ridian, and TG. So this is 10th place on back. And the gap has now severely decreased as Sideswipe has moved up to second. He has a heck of a lot of momentum, and look at that draft. The difference of draft here. However, Logi is going to fall in line behind tonight. And Kevin is pitting. Going side by side here, your leaders on the left side. We have a group being led by Bruce in the 23 JD Barnes car, who qualified second. In line behind Kevin is Health Insurance, who's in first place in the championship. All 4 of these are looking for amazing pit stops. Oh god, look how slow Bruce's pit stop is taking. Oh no. And Kevin is already off of pit lane. Here comes Kevin, I believe. Knight Rider Ace, the leader, is pitting.
Pitting alone, though.
Yeah, pitting alone. That's not good. But he's going to be joined by Beefy, Ox, Poketer, and TG. So I'm trying to find that group of cars that went ahead. Yeah, Kevin's currently pitting. We're still side by side here as we try to keep track of all the pit cycles. And we have quite a big pit stop here behind Knight, and Marshall coming in. I thought Marshall was done his pit stop and I was going to freak out. But no, Knight with a fantastic pit stop. He's going to immediately leave. It's currently showing the 76 of Logie is in front. We have a collision between Marshall and Ox on pit lane. That might have been lag, though. I don't think that actually happened or not. Yeah, my laptop is unfortunately on Wi-Fi. I don't am. Knight is pitting? Or are you coming off? No, you're coming off the lane. I'm sorry. There's a lot.
Nearly gave me a heart attack.
It's like there's a lot going on here. So here on my laptop, we were following KO, Logie, and Helton. I believe these are our lead cars right now. We're gonna see where Knight falls in. He's just ahead there. As Logie goes into the pit.
Yeah, it looks like there's still about 7 people who haven't taken their second pit yet.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Oh, never mind. It just updated. Logie's the only person who hasn't taken their second pit.
Interesting. Logie doing a very, very late pit strategy here. It'll be interesting to see if this works out. So it still says the 76 of Logie is in first place.
Still hasn't pitted. I guess that's a good way to get some laps led.
Well, I think he just went into the pits. It just hasn't updated since.
Yeah, here's Logie exiting the pits now. So we'll see on the outside how well this strategy is going to work out. Doing that entire lap alone has got to damage. Yeah, look at this. Here comes Knight Rider Ace. And there's Logie in front of him. Sideswipe also there. So I believe this means Sideswipe takes the lead. Quill in front of Knight Rider Ace right there in the 86 Otterbox car. Quill is a lap down. Knight gets the pass, and we have our battle for first place. Do side by side. Here's our championship points leader, Helt Insurance. He's currently behind the 12 of KO. And the two Chevrolets are going to be working together to catch back up. Support Gay Bees, the third place in the championship right now, just behind Helton's draft. And Knight Rider Ace takes first place again. Star Fox looking low. And this is a dodge, dodge, dodge Talladega so far, as Bruce takes position on Sideswipe. So thankfully we haven't had any racing incidents yet. It got pretty hairy there. We saw them go 4 wide in the first opening laps, but it seems that everyone's now strung out. I think mostly thanks to the pit strategies. It's 3 wide here. Logie is going to go into third. Star Fox 230 to the lead. We're going to look on back here. Here's Monty leading a couple of cars further back. This is 9th on backwards. In sort of a Canada Geese V formation almost on the back stretch. That's TG, Drew, Poketer, Ox in the back there. And KO and Helton have caught up to our lead group. Looks like Logie is content to stay behind Knight. They're currently on lap 19 of 50 laps. This is a 130-mile race. Bruce leading. So who's led the most laps so far after these 2 pit cycles?
I
That
see
would be
Knight with
me.
7.
Nice, Knight Rider Ace. Get currently in the hot seat for that 5 bonus points. As he...
Logie's right behind me with 5.
Yep. And that is a good reason to do a more riskier pit strap where you take out... And speaking of which, we have pits. Star Fox 230 entering the pits here with Helton and KO. So Knight Rider Ace continues to lead. Logie maybe looking to make it 2 in a row here. Still very early to say. Surge passing Sideswipe on the inside for 3rd place. As they pass Nippo, who's, I believe, leaving the pits there. So Nippo on an earlier pit strategy cycle. So he'll be a lap down until everyone else pits. Hopefully that doesn't deter him too much. And Bruce is on pit road for an awfully long time there. Helton is going to catch up to him. And Knight Rider Ace is pitting.
By myself once again, no less.
Yeah, by yourself. You don't want to see that at Talladega. You need a drafting partner. But TG and Elite, we haven't talked about Elite all day. But they're going to be behind Knight. I believe that's KO going into the pit. No, that's KO coming out of the pits. Here's Surge leading Logie, Kara, and Sideswipe as they pass KO, as KO is looking to rejoin the lead group of cars here. I believe Surge, Logie's on a really late pit strategy here. Surge and Sideswipe still need to pit for this cycle. And Knight is off the pits. And Surge and Sideswipe will come in. I have no idea who to follow right now. We have actually, let's follow this. We have a huge amount of cars entering here. Sideswipe second to the points right now. Surge entering as well. It's a menagerie of different makes here. I don't see any Dodges in here though. I see Rice. Okay, there's Rice, Beefy, and Poketer, so never mind me. 3rd place in the points. B's in the foreground there as Rice and Marshall go in. And Sideswipe is behind Pro Hybrid. Very interesting. It's currently showing that Sideswipe is in 2nd. So let's take a glance here at 1st place. Logie is in the pits. Surge on the inside. So Logie is currently in 1st place. He's on a very off pit cycle strategy right now. And off the pits he goes. Is it going to be fast enough to rejoin Knight and Star Fox? Let's see here in a moment. It's currently showing Sideswipe and Surge are ahead of the 23 and the 51. And Sideswipe passes. I don't see Surge there with him though. Alright, here we go. So this is Sideswipe, who's now showing to be in 1st place. Showing that the 42 of Pro Hybrid on his outside is a lap down. And this is a really hard race to keep track. I keep saying that, but I mean it. Like, I have no idea where to look. Everyone has been completely strung out. There's like 6 different pit strategies happening at once. Don't know what's going on there. You're currently watching your leader, 2nd place in the championship points, Sideswipe leading Talladega. And I believe this whole group Oh, Knight Rider Ace on the inside with 3 wide. So this is a battle for first place right now. Pro Hybrid a lap down on the outside, helping out Sideswipe in the 7th. But Knight Rider Ace and Bruce, the Dodge teammates, on the inside. So this is 6th place on back. It's the Chevrolet gang here. KO is leading Logie and Helton together. Monty is mixed up in there, the Ford. And they're looking to catch the leaders. And it's Knight Rider Ace in first place again.
I did that thing again where I look at the ticker and see 25-25 and think the race is done.
Yeah. So let me move up to the leader here. So, Pro Hybrid in that 42 Pontiac and lots of Rice in the 77 Dodge are 1 lap down. Sideswipe behind them is in 3rd as Bruce goes on the inside of Knight to try and take first place. As my laptop Wi-Fi's out. Gotta love technology. And here's 4th place on back. They've formed an alliance. The 2 Fords of Surge and Monty are intermingled with the Chevrolets of KO, Logie, and your current championship points leader, Helton, in the 18 Nerds cars. They're 3 wide for some reason. Get in line there, friend. As Bruce is entering the pits. That's Bruce, KO, and Helton are entering the pits now. So let me move up here. So I believe that means Sideswipe is in first place, if I can use the controls here. No, sorry. Knight Rider is still in first place. He hasn't pit yet.
Am I gonna get a pit buddy this time?
Are you gonna get a pit? Yeah, you've been pit buddy-less pretty much the whole race. So yeah, Knight Rider Ace is one of our commentators, so...
That's me.
I bet you're absolutely ecstatic, as Kevin almost beats Bruce off of pit lane, and Kevin is going to race ahead.
Guys,
No pit buddy.
What the hell? Like,
No
join
pit
me.
buddy.
I'm not gonna bite.
We might see some people behind him. No, we won't. What is happening? This is so sad.
Man, it just looks so empty with just being there.
Alright, we'll come back to you later.
25 cars on the track and only 1 in the pit lane. Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Trying to find the number 7 of Sideswipe. He's currently shown to be in first place right now. As Knight Rider Ace leaves pit lane again. Knight Rider has to have one of the best pit crews on the whole circuit right now. As Sideswipe enters the pits with a lot of others. He's going to enter with the lap down cars of, I believe Monty is now a lap down, is he? That'd suck to see. A lot of people are lap down right now because we haven't fully completed pit cycles, but this seems to be the whatever pit strategy this is that's happening on our screen right now. This is the dominant one. Let's actually move forward here. See Monty pit, the 2 Fords side by side. Support Gay B's pitting. Marshall coming in. Marshall, did Marshall get pole position? It's been so long ago. As Sideswipe races off of pit lane before anyone else does. Let's go side by side here. Knight Rider Ace, who's been competing for the lead all race long, with Sideswipe, who's been competing for second all race long. Sideswipe is exiting the pits. He's going to try and stay in front of the 51.
Not to take away, but we've been rated.
We've been rated? Oh, who did you get rated by?
Dark Soul.
Dark Soul, hey! Thank you so much for joining whatever the heck this is. Welcome to the Stock Car Role-Playing Game League. This is a weekly thing I run with the video game NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Myself and 24 other friends fill out a Google spreadsheet to spend a points budget upgrading various aspects of their NASCAR, from the horsepower of their engine to how well it can turn to the aggressiveness of the AI. All of that can be edited, and we put those points into the game, and we can see who becomes the league champion after 12 weeks of races. This is round 5 of 12. And Knight Rider Ace has been the car to beat in the 51 here. Let's switch to him quickly. In the Cook Serve Delicious 51 Dodge. He's been smoking everybody on pit road and out on the track.
About time.
About time. After a amazing second place finish at Martinsville, if it had been 5 laps longer, you might have been able to pass Logie for first place. But that's neither here or there. You're here to dominate here at Talladega, one of the 2 Superspeedway races. So it's currently showing that Logie is in first place, so I believe Logie has yet to pit. Let's take a look at this. So this is Logie. Outside of them is Bruce in the 23 JD Barnes car racing ahead there. And then Monty, and then KO, and then Health Insurance is at the butt end of this line here in that 18 Nerds car. So Logie has been on a very, very late pit strategy. I don't think anyone has pit as late as he has. So I think that's why Logie's in first place. No, it's actually, I just lied to everyone right now. It's now showing that Knight Rider Ace is in first. So Logie is in line with Health Insurance. I believe that's in 6th place now. Oh, you've got to laugh at this. So this is the 2nd place car of Sideswipe and the number 7 Teku. Everyone behind them is a lap down, and they are rallying behind them. Or they were, at least. Now they're 3 wide into turn 1. As I believe the cars on the lead lap here are the 12, the NVIDIA car of KO, the 7 Teku of Sideswipe, the Star Fox 230 on the inside, the number 23 JD Barnes car, and the number 18 of Health Insurance, who's currently winning the overall championship by 2 points. The 2 championship point leaders side by side there, the 7 and the 18, are 2 points apart in the season championships. And it is a close race between the 2 of them. And this group is currently trying to catch up to the 51 of Knight Rider Ace, who's just been the car to beat. 17 laps remain of 50, a 130-mile race.
I was going into this race so worried, too.
And here we go. This is our main group of cars. So again, a couple of cars in this group are a lap down. The 24, that Miami Dolphins car of Pro Hybrid, and Helton, KO, and Bruce are all pitting. Let's get picture-in-picture of that. Nippo just exiting the pit right now. He's going to be behind
we have somebody
here.
We have somebody new in our pit cycle.
Oh yeah? Looks like Drew's in the back there. And Drew's been hanging on. Drew is a newcomer, one of the 3 newcomers. We've increased from 21 cars last race to 25. Quill, Ox, Lots of Rice, and Drew have all joined the league since the Martinsville race last week. And Bruce goes off pit lane before the 18 up Health Insurance. Excuse me.
I do believe I am once again pitting by myself.
Do 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 do. The lead car all day, the 51 of Knight Rider Ace, hasn't got a person to pit with.
Every time I see just that long empty stretch behind me.
It's so funny, dude. So I believe this is our race for first place then. Is Logie leading currently?
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Here's the thing. Oh, and Sideswipe is now pitting with a bunch of lap down cars. I'll swap here. And here's the gaggle. Here's the gaggle. Let's go full screen for this. It's TG, it's Support KB's Beefy, Marshall, Surge, sorry. I keep calling him Sarge. Damn dirty blues. Poketer, Alex Ridian, Grample is coming in behind there. Elite and Auxilla entering the pits now. This has been the dominant pit grouping here. Pinpin just leaving pit lane. Pinpin Quill. Sideswipe is leaving. Logie Kara entering the pits now, finally. Behind him is the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV car of Aquatic, who's not having a good race, unfortunately. But I think the fact that Logie has to shave off an entire pit cycle, or a pit stop from this strategy in order for him to win. So we're following Sideswipe here, who's currently 7th. Logie is in first place. So if Sideswipe can beat Logie out of the pits, Logie is basically just like, across the line, okay, hammer it. Oh, please. Logie is looking in the rear view mirror right now at the number 7 of Sideswipe coming through the trioval right now. And he's just like, I don't think if he presses any harder, he's gonna punch a hole through the bottom of the floor. And there goes Sideswipe around Logie. Logie's gonna have to get in line here. And as a reminder, you run such a low gear ratio here at Talladega. No brakes on the course itself. It is pedal onto the floor the whole time. So in layman's terms, your acceleration is really low to make sure that top speed is really high. And look at this. After the pit cycles, it's our 3 Dodge boys again fighting for the lead. Even though I don't know how you're making it work, Knight, in the 51 here. You're pitting by yourself. You have no one to draft with coming out of pit lane, but you are here making magic happen at Talladega. I don't know what you're doing, but it is working.
If I'm being completely honest, I have no idea what I'm doing.
And honest, too. And I will say one thing. I've been sort of talking dismissively of Monty in the 37 Gears of War car, but he's right here with the leaders. He's shown in 4th place. Look at him go. He's in the lead draft. He is a factor in this race with 11 laps to go. So that means we at least have one more pit stop to go. So Logie will not be able to shave off an entire pit stop. In fact, Logie might actually have to gas and go, which could be fatal to his chances of winning Talladega here. As we see a pass for first place, Bruce is trying to get first, but no, the lap lead is going to go to Knight by inches. Very close race for first as Bruce finally gets ahead.
After the previous race, I am not 100% confident in my win, because in the previous race I went from 7th to 2nd. So that could easily happen to anybody else, I feel.
Damn, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit.
I don't know. I'm hoping I win. I'm rooting for myself.
Why would you not?
I don't know.
So here's the number 7 of Sideswipe catching up. Quill, who's... Oh, man, it's got to be multiple laps down. Yeah, the 86 of Quill being shown 2 laps down. Whatever stats he used, they were not good. So Sideswipe falling in third here. Monty is going to move to fourth. Let's also take, here's fifth place of Logie, and health insurance in the 18 outside of him. So the 42, the 14, and the 77 are all a lap down. The race for position here is between the 76 of Logie Kara and the 18 of Helton, who is now pitting. Helton and Bruce are pitting. So let's go side by side here. As I hate how this game switches sometimes. There we go. Drew in the background there, also pitting. And is that KO in the 14 a lap down? He must have come out of the pits. He must have pit early. We are in the window. If you pit right now, you can make it to the end.
Yeah, like KO.
Oh, you're lagging out a little bit there, I think, Helton.
No, sorry, I said it looked like Kevin or KO and.
No, you're still lagging out. It might be on my end. No, I haven't dropped any frames. Curious.
Yeah, it's weird doing that.
Knight, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, so...
well, no. Helen is lagging out for me as well.
Yeah, okay, so it's a Helton issue, it's not a me issue. Good. That's all I'm worried about.
It's weird, it's not showing that I'm...
Yeah? Yeah? Oh my god. Knight Rider Ace exiting the pits. As Sideswipe and Monty are entering. So again, if you pit now, you can make it to the end of the race. We're going to have Knight Rider Ace in the 51 on the small screen here the whole time. Here comes some of the gaggle. There's TG, Beefy, and Support Gay Bees. What position is Gay Bees currently in?
It's showing fifth for me.
Fifth, wow.
Yep.
Love to see that for her after doing so bad at Martinsville, seeing some success here. But we'll see how it works at this pit stop. Sideswipe moving out. You know, Sideswipe merging into the backstretch here. In the distance, the 51, and the 7 of Sideswipe must have had a heck of a pit stop. Because he's quite ahead of the 51, but again, he still needs to get fully up to speed. It can take almost an entire lap to get up to speed here coming out of the pit lane. So Knight Rider Ace could be on that butt. And there he is.
I can feel the anxiety building.
Yeah, 6 laps to go. And Knight's gonna pass on the inside. So has Knight and Sideswipe have the same amount of pits? Is this our race for first place?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's still showing the 76 of Logie's in first place. There he is, coming off. Unfortunately, I think Logie is too far behind to make this a battle. Monty in 4th place. He's had a heck of a race. This is our battle for first. With 5 laps to go. I'm going to keep an eye on other battles going on right now. Here's the second place group. We're going to actually keep this in picture-in-picture, the battle for lead in the bottom right. Here's Star Fox 230 in 4th place. Kevin is drafting off of him, along with Monty and Logie. So all 4 of these in the line are for position on the lead lap. Your battle for first place happening in the smaller screen there. Let's actually go side by side here. The lead battle to the left. The battle for third on the right. 4 laps to go. The question is, will Knight be able to hold off second place in the championship sideswipe? Logie's making a move on the inside of Monty. Another question is, in 3 laps, can this train of second place cars catch up? You can barely see him in the background there on the left side. As Knight navigates lap down traffic, and Kevin is going to race for third place, pushing Bruce to the outside. Logie is helping Bruce, though. Interesting that the Chevrolets are not helping each other. And Kevin is pitting! Kevin has to pit!
Not good.
No, it is not good. This might come down to pit strategy. Who is not going to be able to make the fuel window? Kevin is just out of the race like that, unable to make the rest of the race on fuel. Logie is on the inside of Bruce. This is for third place. Sideswipe now has to contend with the 24 of Pinpin, who is a lap down, who's going to complicate this race for first place. Do Knight Rider Ace or Sideswipe need to pit for gas before the end of the race?
Oh God, don't give me that anxiety.
Logie takes third place. He's being helped by Monty on the bottom. Again, this is a split screen. The battle for first place between the 51 and the 7, as Sideswipe is trying to use lap traffic here, as the 51 is stuck behind the 71 of Elite. Both the 71 here and the 24 are a lap down. Your leaders are the 51 and the 7 behind them, trying to get past traffic. The white flag has been waved.
Get out of the way.
Logie is still leading.
God damn it.
Sideswipe takes the pass for first off of lap traffic. But the race is not over. We still have one final corner. Will Knight be able to make a move on the inside? Health Insurance coming off of the pit lane there. He's on the inside, but he's behind Knight. He's behind Helton. And Helton is blocking the way. And that might be enough for Sideswipe to pull ahead using the draft of Elite.
God damn it.
And Knight has to pit for fuel. Knight has to pit for fuel.
It was just right there. Oh my God.
Okay, this is the last lap. That wasn't the last lap. But Sideswipe, Knight had to pit for fuel, man. You hate to see it. Knight, who had been running good all day, had to pit for fuel. Sideswipe taking the white flag. Health Insurance behind him, 2 points behind in the league. Monty is looking on the inside, but not being able to find it. Absolutely devastating loss. Pinpin on the outside trying to end the race on the lead lap. Health Insurance leading Monty and Logie Kara as we round the tri-oval to the checkered flag. And there it is, and Sideswipe will win the Talladega race. Health Insurance will take second. Oh my goodness.
I'm not second, I was a lap down apparently.
You were a lap down? Oh, did you have to pit for fuel?
Apparently.
Oh no! A pit cycle disaster for so many people. Oh my god. So it's the 37 of Monty who's going to finish in second then. Logie is going to finish third. Beefy got fourth. When did that happen?
Oh, it's
Beef-
still adjusting on my screen.
Beefy got 4th. Support Gay Bees in 5th had a much better race. I got 6th? How did I get 6th? Let's go! What the hell? Wow. I feel like I'm gonna need to study this replay and examine just what happened on that last lap. Who didn't make it on fuel? Who had to pit with 2 to go? What a heartbreak for Knight Rider Ace. The most dominant car all day being 1 lap short on fuel. Oh my god. Sideswipe with the better pit strategy comes out on top. I do not believe it. Holy cow. Alright, so it's been a while. Helton, do you want to list off the official results? Since you have the chart in front of you.
Yeah, it looks like Sideswipe first. Monty, 0.4 behind him. Logie, 0.5 behind.
So Logie gets...
Beefy,
Yep.
8.8 behind. Bees, 13.6. TG, 13.7.
Yeah, okay.
Poketer, 13.9.
Jeff getting that finish? Okay.
Surge with 19.5. Grample 29.9. Maestro.
If you want to say the
29.9.
positions as well, please and thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. So you Sideswipe first, Monty second, Logie third, Beefy fourth, Bees fifth, TG sixth.
Woo!
Poketer seventh, Surge 8th, Grample 9th, Maestro 10th, Firestar Rocks at 11th, Oxen 12th, Knight Rider Ace in 13th, Star Fox in 14th, KO in 15th, Alex Ridian in 16th, Elite in 17th, Pin in 18th, Health Insurance in 19th, Pro Hybrid at 20th, Lots of Rice in 21st, Aquatic 22nd, Drew in 23rd, Nippo in 24th, and Quill taking up the rear.
Okay, so what position... I hate to ask. What position did Knight Rider Ace finish in?
Knight finished in 13th.
Oh, God. What was that one... There was that one reaction image. I don't know what movie it is, and I forget the actor, but he's just on his, like, squatting, yelling, no! Just primally screaming no. That's how I feel.
That's why I've been muted.
Oh my god. Holy cow, but yeah, Dodge though. That's the story of the race though. Dodge absolutely annihilating everything. For the most part. At the very least, you're gonna get like 10 bonus points, Knight, because you definitely led the most amount of laps.
Incredible.
Incredible. So, it could have been a lot worse. But 1 lap short on fuel, man. Alright, that's gonna do us. Thank you very much, Helton and Knight, for helping me out with this broadcast. This has been... Unfortunately, this has been filled with technical difficulties. We had to restart the race. That was cut out of the YouTube replay. Whatever. I've been looping the same music track all race long. Whatever. Who cares? Hopefully the content has been good enough for you to not notice that until now. But yeah, we'll see everybody next week because we are going to Rockingham. And if you are not familiar with North Carolina Speedway, you will after next week, and so will your tires. So until then, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you so much. I'm scrolling back up. Dark Soul with the raid. Thank you so much for raiding. I hope you had a wonderful stream. And thank you for watching along, either live in the Twitch chat or following along on my YouTube VODs that I upload. Even though these aren't super professional quality, this is some of the most fun content I've made in a long, long time. The results will be updated on the Google Doc page in my server, so look out for that. And as usual, I'll do a at everyone in the league ping for what Rockingham is going to be like. And if you thought this race, Talladega, was won on pit strategy, if you didn't have to go in 1 lap to go for fuel, you won this. But Rockingham is going to be the first track we'll go to where tire strategy is going to be huge. Good tires versus bad tires at Rockingham can be 14 seconds lap time difference on good versus bad tires. So we'll see how our participants build around that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join us next week, Thursdays at 8, for the Stock Car Role-Playing Game League.